Greetings, royal queens and kings. It's your host, Queen Tulsa. Welcome back to the Queen Tulsa Show. I'll be your captain tonight. I'll have a co host, but you'll have to stick around and find out who that is. First and foremost, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I need you to press that subscribe button down below. If you're already subscribed to the show, set your notifications to all so that you don't miss any of the hot topics and fire content. And go on and press that like button while you're at it. Queens and kings, on the agenda tonight, we have Audrey Hale, who is a 28-year-old transgender that went and unalived individuals at a school that she had previously attended. Nashville School Power Nashville school shooter Audrey Hale, who is 28-year-old transgender woman who opened fire at Covenant School. And we also have a YouTuber housing terminated, unfortunately, and is going off on a rant. We've got a lot to get into. Let's get into it.
Girls can't never say how. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say nah. Girls can't never say they want it. Girls can't never say how. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say nah. Oh nah. Give it to me like you need it, baby. Want you to hear me screaming, have you breathing. I don't need a reason, baby. I want it till you can't fight. I can get it to you right, baby. I wanna be I can be real good. We don't get any feelings. Hey, I need some love.
Sandra, let's bring in former FBI investigator Bill Daly. Bill, first of all, highly unusual that this was a female shooter. By and large, school shooters tend to be males between the ages of 18 to 22. There have been a handful of incidents over the last 30, 40 years involving women. I think most famously involving, as we pointed out a moment ago, Brenda Spencer in San Diego back in 1979. When we look at the age of the shooter, sixth grade, because my twins are in sixth grade, tops at maybe age 12, age 13, depending on when your birthday was and if you've been held back a year. But a teenager would seem to suggest somebody who's outside of the sixth grade parameter.
Yeah, John, all those points well noted about females being in the minority of shooters in these type of incidents. It does go to also raise questions about what is the relationship of the shooter to the school? Could it be a former student? Could it be some a sibling of one of the students there? We just don't know at this point. As we know from Uvalde and some other incidents, sometimes we need to hold ourselves back, apart from getting ahead of ourselves in these incidents before we know too much what's going on. But the fact that they're saying that the shooter entered through a side door, it does raise questions, and certainly not finding fault at this point, particularly as parents are still looking to find out if their children are safe or not, or dealing with the grief of a deceased child. But you just want to raise the question about what was the access point? Was this a kind of a breakdown of kind of the security by design? What was in place? Then we can get to some of the more broader issues when people talk about guns and access to guns, and whether tripwires that may have been picked up on that weren't picked up on. But I'm one who kind of looks at kind of the security by design. And, I say this because we go back to the COVID days, John, and, there were hundreds of millions of dollars put aside for school preventive measures, whether it happens to be air conditioning, filtration systems. I don't even know if all that's been used. But, this rises to that level of a health crisis for our students and for the protection of our students. And so I certainly think we should be looking at access to funds to look at security by design for all the schools. This is a private Christian school, in perhaps just outside the main part of the city, but it could be anywhere. As you pointed out earlier, John, we have shootings from Denver to Florida to Connecticut. No one is immune from this. So I think we need to look more holistically at this and look at a solution. And that solution does require looking at how do we tighten up as kind of the last kind of hurdle that a shooter have to get through. What are those physical barriers and what needs to be put in place in order to protect our children, those treasures of ours?
Bill, there's a new statement out from the mayor, the Nashville mayor, on this shooting. In a tragic morning, Nashville joined the dreaded long list of communities to experience a school shooting. My heart goes out, he says, to the families of the victims. Our entire city stands with you. As facts continue to emerge, I thank our first responders and medical professionals. And Bill, to that point, learning the details from that news conference a few moments ago, it does appear that they got on the ground and they were able to address this situation quickly. The first call was placed to police 10:13 a.m. That shooter was killed in an exchange with police at 10:27, 14 minutes later, Bill.
Yeah, those are facts which seem to be quite clear and articulated very well by the police spokesperson. And it does also point out the fact in that same press conference that there was no school resource officer. So these were police coming from adjoining areas who came together, who went in force and went towards the shooting right away. And so all those things are quite evident by this kind of very narrow time frame. Certainly narrow by our standards, but certainly a eternity for those people inside the school and for those people who are being shot at the moment. But it goes to show you is that that immediate response, whether having a school resource officer in place or police who are equipped and educated to be able to go into the direction of the shooting, is key to kind of mitigating some of these exposures that perhaps couldn't be mitigated by physical access or other tripwires that may have been out there in the community before this incident.
Bill, when we take a look at this, and we also keep in mind that the last really, horrific mass shooting at the Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, some similarities and some differences. First of all, as you pointed out, the fact that the shooter was able to enter the building through a side door. Why wasn't that door locked? It was a similar situation in Uvalde. But when you take a look at the difference in the police response here, it is rather dramatic that a team of 5 officers from the Nashville Metro Police Department went to the school, got there within moments, and as they were clearing the first floor and they heard shots upstairs, they did not delay. They immediately moved toward the shooting and engaged with the shooter right then and there. They put aside any thoughts, any fears that they might have had for their personal safety to get to the root of the problem and to take care of it as quickly as they possibly could. At least that's from the initial reports from the police department.
Yeah, and certainly the timing, John, does kind of point to that, and that kind of narrow window of time does go to demonstrate that they were quite deliberate and intentional on what they had to do. Perhaps we could look at further and saying, what is that training that's involved? What was the command and control that put that in place? Or did these officers just know intuitively this is what they needed to do? It also goes to point out the fact that, training, I think it was mentioned earlier, perhaps by the former chief in Boston, is that, training in the school is very important as well. So as much as we would like to kind of eliminate these incidents from ever happening, but certainly we like to reduce them down to where they're very, very few. But nonetheless, you still need to have that training, whether it's for police response, whether it's for students and teachers, in the schools. And again, it goes back to this question of who's immune? Well, no one, unfortunately, is immune. And as we see from this school where it is and the other ones you mentioned before, John, there's a kind of a plethora of different circumstances, but they all kind of evolve around the same situation where someone got into the school with a weapon. How they got the weapons, that investigation needs to go forward. How they got into the school is very important to me, because it's that last tripwire, that last line of defense that we need to look at when we start looking at schools, and whether it's attached to a church, whether it happens to be a standalone, in a rural area, happens to be an inner city, or happens to be in a suburban setting. They all unfortunately have suffered the same consequences by someone physically getting into the premise and committing these horrendous acts.
Yeah, I think studies have shown as well, Bill, that overwhelmingly these school shootings happen at public schools, according to the Cato Institute, some 94%, but that does leave 6% that happen at these private and/or parochial schools. Bill Daly, please stand by with us. Thank you so much.
So, pretty much, I wanted to say that first and foremost, rest in peace to those that have lost their lives. And I don't understand how schools are still not safe. As a parent, you're sending your kids off and you're trusting that they are going to be safe at school because school is supposed to be like a safety net for the kids, right? But unfortunately, we have individuals out here that are not taking care of their mental health, and this is a result of it. Audrey was a former student, and 10 years later, a decade later, Audrey comes back, had planned it all out, and went in and innocently took people's lives that did not have anything to do with her. What we know about the Covenant school shooter, 28-year-old Audrey Hale, Nashville, Tennessee. 3 children and 3 adults are unalived in Nashville after a shooting at the Covenant School. Metro Nashville Police Department has identified the shooter as Audrey Hale, 28. MNPD Chief John Drake said the shooter was a former student at the school and is transgender. Police are investigating her at this time. Hale entered the school by firing into a side door. The shooting took place for 14 minutes. Police found Hale on the second floor where they engaged in gunfire and shot Hale. The 6 victims fatally shot by the active shooter at the Covenant School are identified as Evelyn Dickus, Haley Scruggs, and William Kinney, all age 9, Cynthia Peak, age 61, Catherine Kuntz, age 60, and Mike Hill, age 61. During the shooting, the shooter had an assault style rifle, an assault style pistol, and a handgun. Police found maps Police found maps of the school inside the suspect's home and surveillance. Hale had a manifesto. The suspect had written down an additional location, which police are also investigating. Hale went to Nosy College of Art and Design and worked as a graphic illustrator after graduation. This is a lot. But why in the blazing bejesus would she want to go in there and take those innocent children's lives and those 3 adults? I'm pretty sure they were staff at the school. Um, it's a lot. The criminal mind, the criminal behavior, and the criminal acts. And I don't think that she should ever get out of jail. Rest in peace to everyone that was affected. by this gruesome act of violence. Now, speaking of an individual that is running and pedaling around YouTube for a piece of stardom, what I don't understand is how these individuals are okay with being mean, being cruel to people. The person that I'm talking about, please come forward. Oh, but before we move on, I wanted to bring this up. Sean King posted, yes, that's real. The United States Congressman Rep. Andy Ogles, that actually represents Nashville, Tennessee, where 6 little kids and teachers were slaughtered by assault rifles. The shooter literally used an assault rifle to blast through locked doors. So that is the congressman that is over Nashville, Tennessee. Now, this individual, you guys may know him. By the looks of the nose, and actually all 3 photos, looks like 3 different people. When you're talking about finding yourself, we definitely want you to find yourself, right? But we do have some questions, Donat, that need to be answered, because it seems like you are in everybody's business, and now it's time to creep over to your business. Well, actually, we're not going to creep. We're just going to tiptoe. We want to just ease into it. This is not a bash session. This is not anything like that. This is just calling you to the carpet on where you went wrong. And this is the thing that I have an issue with, is these Black content creators that the males are really going in on females. I mean, really doing the most. Really are doing the most to us Black female content creators. And then we have people over clapping it up, doing the most, sending cash apps, sending super stickers, and majority of those people are women. And I say those are scorned women, because anytime you get off to someone else's pain, that is a serious problem. But I wanted to give you a little bit of knowledge today, if not none. When to keep your mouth shut, don't open your mouth. Number 1, in the heat of anger, Proverbs 14:17. Number 2, when you don't have all the facts, Proverbs 18:13. 3, when you haven't verified the story, Deuteronomy 17:6. Number 4, if your words will offend a weaker brother, 1 Corinthians 8:11. 5, if your words will be a poor reflection of the Lord or your friends and family, Peter 2:21-23. All this is going to make sense as we go through. We will be playing some content. We will be referencing another YouTuber that attacks women. Let's get into it. If you guys are liking the content, please like, share, and subscribe.
This bitch is dead. Bye, AIDS patient. Take your medicine, AIDS patient.
We only let him on because Jag said let him on, so yeah. Right. Because Jag said let him on. Right. Because he was gonna do all that. Jag would not have let him on that platform, okay? This is a benefit for y'all and for him too. Okay? This is one big ass play. Let him on because he wasn't a part of the original show.
I want there to be a recorded record of everything that just happened. So thank you guys for giving me that grace. You know, if you wouldn't mind, I'll do a favor. If you do me a favor, I'll need that clip. I gotta play that. I gotta play that for the police so they can hear what me and my, you know, what my husband and his new accomplice. Oh no, you bitches. I didn't talk about y'all. Okay, let's start there.
Okay, so this content creator decided to play a version of what Jag was saying, and then when Jag was about to give her explanation, he sped the video up to Tokyo Tony and what she was talking about. So let's get into it.
That's why you mad at the world. You mad.
I want you guys to take a look at this photo. Take a look at the noses. Actually, let me help you out. Let me bring up all three faces and tell me what's going on. Does it look like a little insecurity going on with the nose? It's given Michael Jackson. You know, he had issues with his nose and he wanted the little nose that we see that Donat has accomplished. So when we talk about insecure individuals, take a look on the inside first. Because if you're this popular person, you got all these credentials, and you name it, but you're acting out like this online, going in on this Black woman. I mean, telling her that she needs to have somebody choke her while she's being intimate. I don't think that's anything to play with because a young lady just lost her life behind that. And for you to wish that on a Black woman is so sick and disgusting. Because you come from a Black woman. I don't care how many surgery procedures you get. I don't care if you decide to bleach your skin. You are who you are. One thing that I don't understand is, why do these men come at Black women? Well, I think that they had issues with their moms. You know, they have mommy issues, or mommy did something in front of them and they just can't let it go. You know, it's like when things don't go their way, you know, here comes a temper tantrum. Here comes an individual that's supposed to be ahead of the game, but lacks self-control. Word on the street is this gentleman went to the living facility that houses individuals with an uncurable situation. And with doing my research, there is something. There is something that I want to pull up. But before I pull that up, I want to play this other receipt. Let's get into it. This is him acting out again.
Hit the fucking like button.
Oh, hold on.
Got dick in a bubble gum for selling your son's soul, bitch.
All it does.
What is you talking about? And that's why you mad at the world. You mad. You mad, bitch. You mad, ho. You gonna sleep in your car, nigga, because a marshal finna levy on that fucking property, you homeless ass bitch.
Just coming
What
off
is you talking
probation?
about?
You
You
just came
mad.
off probation for lying and farting, and you
I've
doing
never been
it
on
again.
probation.
I'm
I've never been on
You
probation.
just got off probation.
I don't have.
Okay. So when you want to talk about people's business, I think that you should throw yours out there. Sir, you just completed a program just in January of this year, 2023, not 2022, not 2021, not 2020, but 2023. But see, people, they enjoy the lies. They'll run and they'll really get down into the lies. But one thing I did notice is did not want to address what Jaguar was saying, did not wanted to cut his volume up on his headphones and scream into the phone per usual. Because when kids, little boys, can't get their way, what do? They throw a tantrum. They start crying, throwing that arm out, poking those lips out and looking at mommy. Right? Let's get into it.
You had to go through an emergency
Hey, listen.
program.
So, let me tell you something. If that's true, what's next? Get them likes up. Get them likes.
He said, if that's true, what's next? Okay, so that takes me over here to our... Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and take it back. Okay, there was an AIDS Healthcare Foundation that, had evicted this young man. And to be exact, it was August of 2018. It was a property residential eviction case that was filed by the AIDS facility, the AIDS healthcare facility. Hey, how are you, the Bump Capone Show? How are you doing? Thank you for coming by and thank you for subscribing. Seriously, you weren't here. Well, I wasn't here when you got your membership, but anybody that donates to the channel or pours into the channel or pour into me. So this channel is for the people. So let me give you a warm thank you. Thank you all so much for supporting Queen Tulsa, the show, whether it's a like, a share, a subscribe, a Cash App, a PayPal, or a Zelle. Thank you for coming by and watching the show. And this is your commercial for being acknowledged for just being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Without you, who would be watching? Thank you for tuning in. Absolutely. And Guided Light says the eyes look different in the older pic. He had more life on him before. Well, see, this is the thing. You said you're just chilling. All right. Well, listen, we're just discussing. Well, we discussed the shooting that happened in Nashville, Tennessee earlier. A transgender, 28-year-old transgender, Audrey, went into a school and unloaded for about 14 minutes. And then now we're on this content creator that is well established, as he says, as an actor and really big in Hollywood. He lives his very fancy life. He has a townhome. He has a BMW drop top. And instead of living his life like it's golden, he decides to go after women. Jaguar Wright, a legendary songstress, songwriter, producer, artist. She's got talent. And so he wants to strike up a beef with her. Well, I don't think that that was a good move because being that he has been out here causing a ruckus on these YouTube streets, in my opinion, he's a black man that's scorned. He made some not so good choices in life, and due to that, there are consequences and repercussions, and I feel like he's living with those consequences and repercussions and does not know how to get it out of his system without being malicious and obnoxious. It's really obnoxious behavior because this is a grown man. He says that he wants to get numbers up. Well, I feel like if he would kind of relax on his drama, maybe we could see the guy that's right here. Well, minus the nose, because the nose looks altered. And the reason why I say that here, I'll bring up a photo so you guys don't think that I'm making things up. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, the guys on the bottom, that's all one person. Look at those noses. The guy in the middle looks so young and youthful and, a little mysterious. Now, the one without the shades on, he looks disturbed. The one with the glasses on, disturbed, in my opinion, from observations. All numbers ain't good numbers. Exactly. But when you have our brothers that are sitting here dragging our sisters for dear life, there's no protection from the black man. When is the black man going to stand up and do something different? We already have mainstream media that's going to twist the story for us. Do we need help from our own community? That these individuals have platforms, they have followers, and not all followers are black. Let that sink in. But it's individuals like this that come and disrupt the black community. But let's get back to this case that happened August of 2018. A property residential eviction case was filed by, the housing. And they filed that against Deny in Los Angeles. And so when a facility that houses, it's an AIDS healthcare, facility, and they house individuals, so to be kicked out, I would want to know what happened and why was the eviction even necessary? Because this individual comes online as though, he's smart, he's intelligent, he just comes on here to troll, but it's always a but. But with a past like that, I could see why he is always in a tizzy and yelling and screaming. With countless documents in court with your name on it, let's get into this content. I wanted to play a little bit more of this video because not only he, but there are other men out here getting off to this content. Now I want you guys to listen.
Yeah, cause you scared, bitch. You get
I think this bitch is dead. Bye, AIDS patient.
She's done with you, man.
Take your medicine, AIDS patient.
And we only let him on because Jag said let him on, so. Yeah. Right, because Jag said let him on. Right. Because he was going to do all that. Jag would not have let him on that platform, okay? This is a benefit for y'all and for him too, okay? This is one big ass play. Let him on because he wasn't a part of the original show.
I want there to be a recorded record of everything that just happened.
You get a bubble gum for selling your son's soul, bitch.
All it does.
What are you talking about? And that's why you mad at the world. You mad. You mad, bitch. You mad, ho. You gonna sleep in your car, nigga, because a marshal finna levy on that fucking property, you homeless ass bitch.
You just coming
What
on
is you talking
probation.
about?
You just came on probation for lying and farting, and you
I've never
doing
been
it
on
again.
probation. I've never been on
You
probation.
just got off probation.
I don't have no criminal record, and I've never been on probation.
You had to go through an emergency
Hey, listen,
program for lying.
let me tell you something.
and
If that's,
impersonating
what's
people.
next? Get them lights up. Get them lights up. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that over here. We ain't doing that over here, y'all. Or y'all gonna look at her black man just like T-Baby Taylor said.
More accurate. I wish it would be.
We ain't doing that. Y'all gonna come out them fucking bushes, alright? And hit the fucking like button. I know all y'all motherfuckers ain't that many people driving. Alright?
Well, specifically,
Like, let's fucking go, y'all. Let's be real. All this shit I've been doing from the heart, and all I ask is a like button.
So peep this out.
Get a bubble gum. And hit the fucking like button. I know all y'all motherfuckers ain't that many people driving. Alright?
Well, specifically,
Shout out to the black
Like,
man.
let's fucking go, y'all. Let's be real. All this shit I've been doing from the heart, and all I ask is a like button. That's all I ask is a like button. That's it. That's it.
Dana J knows your dad.
Okay?
I'm gonna look up Dana J. I'm too behind you too. I have to film with it so you guys can see it. So
Put the lights up.
Yeah, she just did it. Y'all gonna see it. How do you feel about
This don't make no sense.
She called my
Alright?
mom.
This what you call trying to literally shadow ban a motherfucker. We got this many people in the fucking chat, and nobody won't even hit the like button.
She didn't have the same energy.
I got 176 likes. Really?
school or on his show. Just say no to school. Oh yeah, I was thinking of him. That was his name, Denere. He sound like he's from Chicago. I don't know if he been around my dad for real, but he reminds me of my dad low key. I don't know if it's a Chicago thing. I don't know, cause I'm like.
Well, Nikki, why don't you hit the link and come on up here? You just zoomed on up in here. Come on up here, sis. I would love to engage with you. I need to let's have a little chat right quick. Because I need clarification on your understanding of why you would say that. Hey Sonia, how are you? There's the link right there. So Nadi, you can come up here. Like I said, you zoomed in here. So I would love for you to zoom up on the panel. And if anybody has something to sound off about this topic at hand or any of the ones that we discussed, feel free to hit the link and come on up. Okay, it seems like Naughty Nikki is going to stay in the chat. All right, let's go. Naughty, you're popping in the chat. You can come up here and we can have a civilized conversation as women. Now I'm sending for you. Okay.
Just gonna let her send me.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm gonna not be on camera, okay? Because I'm getting ready for bed.
Oh, okay, girl.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Hi there. I've seen you, Queen Tulsa, on different places.
Yes. How are you doing this evening? And thank you for coming.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Just about to call it a night. Yes, I move around to different platforms because I do like to hear different aspects or different opinions on whatever is the tea out there. And from my experience, because I do have like everybody else, I have an opinion like everybody else does, but from what I have known of Donat, I personally, I don't know where he came from or whatever this is. Oh, yes, I do. He came from Clubhouse. But he just seems to have popped up on YouTube, and I'm telling you, they call it the beef sector for a reason, because I do believe that the kind of the beef, the little beef stuff has kind of died down with, you think of all the stuff in the little past. I'm not going to start naming names, but the content creators all cannot seem to get along. And so what I do know for sure for this past month, what I do know, and I will say and vouch for, this man, Donat, does not appear to be, he is not a bad guy. He is funny as hell. I spend a lot of my time now in his on his YouTube, also on his Discord, because he is funny as hell. But I will say, as I put in the chat, but don't come for him unless he sends for you, because baby, once that mouth starts going, oh my God, he will go. He can go. And he has pride in himself. And so the things that are, I just kind of clicked on your thing and saw what you was talking about. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to tell you the rumors and the stuff that I have heard. He's the new target, especially for Sean Davy Way, for Jag, OKP, and a couple others.
The official Kingpin.
Yeah.
That's my dad. And see, this is the thing.
Okay.
I wanted to and not to cut you off, but this is the thing. Donat had come onto YouTube and he made relationships. He didn't show this side of him that he's showing right now. And it blew me out the water the way that he started moving and networking, because the official Kingpain offers, time slots on the Lituation Network. I'm on there.
Mm-hmm.
We are working on bringing Black content creators together, collectively, teaming up with other content creators and working on collabing. So we're over here bringing Black people together, and
Mm-hmm.
then Tasmanian Devil that just drops in and starts all this chaos. But like I said, when he had come into our panels or on the panel, he wasn't like this. It was like
Mm-hmm.
he just started up the drama. And from
Mm-hmm.
what I was told and from the research, they ran him off of Clubhouse. They doxed him over there. So
Mm-hmm.
now he's here.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, well, it's been done to me. Okay, well, I'm already out there. So if they find something, oh, well. But why does it have to be like that? Why does he have to tell are you a mother?
Me, yes, my sons are 38 and 33.
Okay, so how do you think your sons would feel if a man tells you that you need to be choked when you're having intimate encounters and be taken up out of here? You're someone's mother.
Yes.
How does that make you feel? I'm
That
curious.
makes me feel and obviously not good. I would be ashamed of my sons.
Okay,
I would
so
be ashamed of my sons, yes.
have you been keeping up with Danat? He's been after Jaguar Wright. How do you feel about revenge porn?
I know that of course that is wrong and illegal, and I understand that there's a tape. I guess Jag had one with some boyfriend, and I guess Goomba had one with her and him. I don't know if Donat has that. I don't know if he just
Oh,
dropped that to be
he
getting
said,
on Jag.
I'm gonna help you out.
Hmm.
He and Goomba are working together. He said that he does have a tape and that he will drop it. So you probably want to check out his videos, but this is a woman. I don't care what this woman has done. I don't care what her mental shortcomings are. Nobody deserves to be put out like that in that form. That was her personal moment. When we have these personal moments with our partners, if we wanted everybody else there, we would have did it, right live outside. Does that make sense?
Yes, Queen. Yes, Queen Tulsa. I understand. I understand, and yes, I understand 100%. Women, ladies, even men. That is our personal things. No, Goomba, and I don't condone anybody doing anything like that. The only response I can say to that is, and I am a Jaguar fan. I am a Jaguar supporter. I want her to be doing something different with her, path right than what's going on right now. And the only thing I can say about that is, I don't think leaking any kind of tape of her in any way, shape, or form matches the monstrosity of venom and vile crap that she leaks every single day toward every single body, including her husband's ups and downs and ins or outs, his mama's ups and downs and ins or outs, their incest, and this person's, come on, you know what I'm talking about. So with that one
Well,
little
see,
thing, that's not
I
swaying me
think
none.
I think
However,
a
I
lot of
get
us
it.
I think a lot of
Mhm.
us put our nose in the wrong places that it has no business, because one thing, are you married?
I have been, yes.
Okay. So being a married person or have been, that marriage is between you and your partner.
Yes.
That is a covenant, that is a vow that y'all went down and y'all took. And
Yes.
good, bad, ugly, up, down, right, wrong, all that.
Mm.
I'm married. It's times, it's been times in the past where, hell, I had little messed up thoughts, but you learn to compromise and get through them. But when you have a partner that has a disability, and us as women, I want to paint this picture for us. Us as women, we'll get with a man. He may not be everything that we need, but guess what? We're gonna help him get there. We're gonna coach him. If he don't know how to do an application, we gonna be there for him, right?
Yes,
Why is
definitely.
it the first time the man that we build up be the first one that leave us like a hot cake for somebody else? See, because when Jag went to the hospital the first time, her husband put her there. And guess what he did? He went and cheated with this woman named Dominique.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, this is Dominique. Dominique is the same lady that proudly got on live
Right, I heard
on
her.
the phone and said that she gives it away to the whole community. She does not have to just sleep with one person.
Hmm.
And so when we talk about disloyalty, there was another sister that proudly came out and said, I don't give a damn. I'm going to do it anyway.
Hmm.
That's what we have to stop. We got to stop engaging in that. We have individuals that are looking up to us. If this is the engage, what are we learning from it? What, to keep up?
Um, Queen Tulsa, I
Yeah.
believe, I'm sorry, I believe everything, I mean, what you just said is spot on directly. Our marriages are sacred, between us, a covenant, these things. And the difference is, yes, it is between us and our partners. It is private. It is in my bedroom. I do not film every second of it and put it for the world to see and to have an opinion of and all these things. And, I say, okay, I am single. Well, who cares if I want to, that's just
Right.
me. Maybe if, go ahead.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I said, right, right.
So there it goes. If you're going to put it all out there for the world to see, whether it's fake or real, whatever it is, if you put it out there, yes, it becomes all of our business, and every single person has a right to an opinion and a this and a that, and I can't stand it. Everybody says, "Well, mind your own business." It is my business. It's all over my YouTube. I'm hostage to it. It's beating me over the head with all of it. And I just, that part on the marriage, we shouldn't need to be privy to any of this, none of it. And
Well,
so okay, so when she went to the hospital, I'm just saying, so she went to the hospital, as they say. We didn't see this part because this part wasn't filmed like everything else is. But so, okay, say okay, whatever, he went to Dominique's. Okay, well, wasn't it just November, December, when the whole nosy hole situation was going on, when her and nosy hole got split up with friends because of all she was, Jackie was going to some dude's house and blah 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 and all this crap, and GOOMBA found out about it. It's a give and take in relationships. If y'all good with it, if it's good for her, it's good for him, as far as marriages go. But even that, we don't need to know all that. What are they doing with broadcasting it? I don't know what they're getting out of it.
well, see, this is the thing. Jag met her husband 4 years ago. They got together. He was in he was in a space where he needed love, attention, affection, and somebody to understand him, right? She was in a space, she's that motherly figure, she's that wifey figure. When she's with somebody, she's gonna rise to the wheels fall off. Okay. Well, when you give an ungrateful person uh a public character to go by, right? Just so the world don't see all that person's flaws. And they go through life with you and they have challenges. I mean, challenges to where they are riding with firearms. They are just pulling out the firearm and oh, I'm gonna do this, or saying that, oh, I'm gonna take myself to glory. This is what she had to deal with. When a woman is fed up, she's fed up. What I see is she lost her son. She went into a depression, and she's just trying to find her way out. When we see her going on these rants and stuff, it all has a purpose and meaning behind it. Because, like she said, she painted a picture that he was the good guy, he was the angel. Because sometimes us as women, even though we know we don't have a no good man or he lacks here and there, we still want to put our best foot forward, and we still gonna cheer him on because that's what we do, right? What do you say to that?
Yes, in normal situations, yes. But yes, Queen Tulsa. In normal situations, yes, yes, yes. But I do want to just make this one point about this situation, and then I want to tell you some more stuff about Donat, because that's why I came up here, right?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Speaking all of this about a woman taking the man in, or all these things. Of course, everybody in the circle has disabilities, as far as I can tell, mental health issues, as far as I can tell. And I'm just saying, no matter what, I just want you to think about it with a clear mind. In these 3 months of 2023, and it's been filmed, and so we don't know what's been going on without being filmed. We only know what's going on with what is being filmed and put out for us. And what do we have to show for all of 2023, January to March? Jaguar's butt behind raging at the world and everybody in it, like every week to week and a half, every single week to week and a half. Now, again, that's all we know because that's all we see. So it's either all Jag or all both of them, and all his part is we don't get that part on film. Does that make sense? No?
Oh, I was on mute. I didn't want to interrupt you. Yes, I'm here, and it's kind of confusing, because with everything that I see now, it's all making sense to me. But I wanna give you a chance to let it out, and then I can come back with a conclusion when you're done.
Oh, about Donat? Yeah. Oh, okay. So now again, as far as that goes, I don't know what goes on, as they say, behind closed doors, or, in the back chat, or with content creators, right? All I see, again, is what y'all put out for us to see, so that's all we see. And so it seems to me, it seems to me I don't know about being the new guy. I don't know about that, but it seems to me that a lot of things that have occurred, it seems to me that a certain content creator has started the beef, started the bash about something. And so then they want to, and I could be wrong, but that's what it looks from just my pair of eyes. And then it appears that they want to start, or somebody started digging, and so they want to start, digging into the background, and digging into whatever. Now I don't know what about Clubhouse. But I don't know. So what? So many people have been fired from a job or left a job or whatever that goes. But back to this job. So yeah, that's what I think. And so when people come for you, you're gonna defend yourself. And I don't feel like he should. After you don't got to defend yourself for nobody. I'm like, who are these people? These are invisible YouTube people. What do I care? But you guys are on a platform, and it does matter, and you do want to clear your name. And so he has provided lengthy videos or lives or whatever. I'm sure they're on his videos on his page. And I think he's posted a lot of the paperwork, the legal, all the stuff, all the paperwork, his whole medical chart, everything of recent, recent on his community wall. If not, you can definitely see him on his videos.
Is there an explanation of why he got kicked out of the AIDS healthcare?
Yes, there is. There is. The number one is, yes.
Do you really know?
Do you?
I'm asking you, Diane.
Nicole. Nikki, actually. But well, I know I know as much as what anybody else knows is what we've heard, but I know what I've heard out of his mouth.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Okay. What I heard out of his mouth was it was a building. It was the whatever it is, the motel, the something motel. And so a group of people were living there, doing whatever they do. And I don't know, growing.
So this is a AIDS healthcare facility and you're calling it a motel?
I am saying that it was a motel. It is known as it was a motel. What happened is with something in California down there, got the funding for, and were basically tearing that down or whatever, cleaning it up and going to use that abandoned building or whatever, refurnish that building into the AIDS whatever center. And so every tenant that was already in there needed to get out. And of course, some of them, and I think they even went to court, were saying, oh, well, wait a minute, you can't just kick me out. You can't just effectively kick me out. And so some of them, including Donat, as I get it,
Nikki,
wrote it to the waves.
Miss Nikki, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to keep up with you. Okay, so it's an abandoned building, and it was a it was a hotel, and no, ma'am, it was the AIDS facility that he was staying in. They wouldn't put if it was a hotel, it would be that, I believe, on the documents, but that's not, the math ain't mathing. So I don't know. You might want to take a deeper dive. I know that I'll be doing a deeper dive for like my members only. So I can show them where I got my information. Because what I'm saying is not adding up.
So do you know what it was before it was this AIDS building and when it got to be this AIDS rehab center?
I know in the court documents, the AIDS facility took him to court for removal and eviction.
Right. Right. So, yes, that. So as I understand, that's what I'm saying about that part. As I understand, some of the tenants, refused to leave because they were like, no, you're not just going to kick us out, blah, blah, blah. And so that part. But
listen,
yes, go ahead.
He calls Jaguar out for squatting. So pretty much, is that what he was doing? I mean, if he was squatting, then I feel like he needs to come out and say that. But on those court documents, it says that AIDS facility had him as, they were taking him to court. You know? And so my thing is, the reason why I have a problem with, and the reason why I brought the AIDS situation up is because I've had family members pass from that. You know what I'm saying? And I want everybody to get the care that they need. You know what I'm saying? And more education on it,
Mm-hmm. Right.
especially for the Black community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
you have this big platform, and if you grew so big, okay, if that had come up, he's so smart. Why not educate the people on HIV and AIDS? You got a big platform. You're growing quick.
Right.
Don't you
And
want to?
perhaps,
Don't you
as
want
far as I'm concerned,
to?
perhaps he will. But as far as,
Listen, man,
that part, go ahead.
Nicole. He don't want to do that. What he wants to do is he wants to fire up on a woman. He has been all up in Jags. I mean, every title is Jag, 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 Jag. No, give us something that's worth watching, that can empower us. Yo, subscribers, you're growing so quickly. What can you offer the people? What are you teaching the people? The only thing he teaching y'all is to be raged up. Go after people. We can watch that on Zeus Network. What is he feeding you? And you have
Well,
to ask your question, because
well,
listen,
so far,
he
oops,
has
so
come
far,
with a gun up in your head,
no,
and
so far. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
you got to be mindful of what you're taking in. If you're seeing a Black woman being just torn down by a Black man and you on the sidelines clapping it up, when it's your turn, don't you complain, Miss Nikki. I don't want to hear a damn thing.
Correct. Correct. And if my personality and my mouth and my everything was like somebody else's, I shouldn't
It ain't
expect it.
got to be about that. You're a woman. You're a human being.
Yes.
Dogs get treated better than that. Miss Nikki, now what generation are you from, my sister?
Gen X.
Okay,
I'm 54 this year.
listen,
Told you my kids are 38, 36,
y'all are failing
33.
us. Y'all are failing us. Pick up the ball and educate us. Educate us. The young ladies, teach remedies. Teach the young ladies about the female body, the remedies that you might know, how to get up in there and cook, how to be independent. But I guess
Correct.
it's just a choice that some people just want the mess over influencing and engaging with the younger generation that's coming behind us. I guess I care about what I put out. Yes, all fun and games to sit up and chit chat, but at the end of the day, what are we learning?
Queen Tulsa. Um, I believe at this point, again, this is what I said in the beginning. I believe at this point, Donat has been on the defensive. He's so busy trying to defend himself from all of these things that are coming at him. And so that's why, certain names are in the title, And, that's that. He has put his whole medical record, current days of all his testing, you get that my chart, on the computer, you can pull that and put all your blood tests, all this, from like every 3 months, every 6 months, he's put that up. He's put different, what he's been to a law stuff for,
Oh,
that kind of stuff.
I'm glad you brought that up. Could you elaborate for the people that don't know about his law encounters?
Yeah, I don't know if I caught all of that, but there was something, I think, it said impersonating a lawyer, and I don't know if he does have some legalese or some legal affiliates, but he is not a lawyer. And I don't know where that goes, or where that, well, I don't know where about that. I really don't.
How do you feel about him to this day, giving Goomba legal advice online? Being that he ran into the law, got into some trouble, how do you feel about him still bucking the system and still wanting to speak about law, or um giving advice to his guest on his show?
Well, I may not have caught everything, so I may not have a something to stand on. But what I did hear is where Goomba was talking about getting the what he was trying to get for the divorce papers, and I did hear that part, and Donat was saying, oh, it's a an easy thing, whatever, you got to get this and this online. And is that what you're talking about, or was there something else?
I'm talking about scam meets scam. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how long Goomba has been separated from Jaguar and how many times his Cash App has went off, how many interviews he has been on. You're telling me that he still needs money? He's still raising money for that? And then let's take it back. He's a veteran. There's resources out there for him. He does not have to be homeless. This is all a scheme. This is all a scheme. This a scam from observation. You've been on big platforms. I mean, taking questions. The Night and Day Network. You've been on Official King Pain. You've been on Sean Davy Way. You've been on, you name it. And you're telling me y'all aren't asking him, Goomba, where is that money going that we sent you? See, all this is a deflection for y'all not to ask him, what is he doing with his money? See, the attention is supposed to be on Jag because Jag they are really making Jag seem like the sane one. Are you following me here?
Yeah, where's Jag's money going? They done, all the people in the house got a Cash App up. Where's any of the money going?
Well, let me help you. Guess what? You said they're all in the house. Remember that, right? They have somewhere to live. There was a narrative that Donat and everybody else, oh, she's homeless, she's living in a car, she's in her own place. We all saw that. She went to the apartment complex. She even gave out her apartment number, right? So it's rent, it's gas, it's phones, it's taking care of her mother, it's taking care of Sam, it's taking care of Legina, and it's taking care of her. She's still running her business. She just got her passwords back to Philadelphia Network. See, this is one thing about a Black woman, and you should know this, Nikki. Working in the field, in the work field, we got to work 100 times harder than everybody else. We got to show up different every day than everybody else because everybody else gets a pass.
Yes.
So with all this going on and her still keeping her faith and her still, thriving and surviving. I mean, she's got new music coming out. She just played some of her music from her vault. She has over 600 songs. I say, take a step back. And I believe it was last night, King Pain's live from last night. Go back and look at that one. And she played her music. She's in a different space. If you just look at the videos when she's all hyped up, look at her now. She seems like she's more at peace. She doesn't have the extra on her plate. You probably didn't know that she dressed in those baggy clothes and things like that is because her husband was insecure.
I heard her say that.
If a man compliments her, it's a problem. If a woman compliments, if she getting too much attention, it was kind of like Ike and Tina.
I heard her say that.
So being a woman, we've been covered, we didn't protect it. If we didn't, we saw our mamas, our aunties, and whoever else.
Right.
So let's not act like this is unfamiliar, people.
Right.
So that's just, because I was like that at first. See, when you're just hit with something, okay, yeah. But then when when it all falls down, then that's when the truth comes out. So I want to just say this to you going forward. Whether if we believe any of our sisters or not, let's stand with them.
Yes.
Because that's all we need. Whether you believe me or not, you just stand with me. Don't make me feel alone. Don't make me feel this hurt. We've all felt that hurt when we needed somebody.
Right. And I can stand with you and anyone else. I'm a Cancer. I'm an empath. But I can't stand with the bullshit. Come on, right is right and wrong is wrong. And that's on all fronts. Like I said, I'm 54 years old. I do not stand with the bullshit. Never have. Never have.
Well, Mama,
Child, it was nice being on your platform. I'm glad you had me come up. I appreciate it.
And I want to have engagements like this. We don't have to, argue and get all loud and turn our volumes up.
Right. You start cussing on top of each other. And I'm like, come on. How is that an adult conversation? That's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually want the the whoever the platform owner, when they start doing that, I'm like, come on, I know, can't you guys mute like one-on-one and let somebody get a couple words in so that we even know what the hell they're talking about?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's agree to disagree, or come up
right,
with and we can check it or respect it.
right.
You came up and checked me, and I respect it. We
opinions. We got to have differences of opinions, of course. Yes.
agreeing. We're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah, right.
On I don't know. I just
right, exactly. We got it. Hey, exactly. And I usually all the time, because I am Team Jag. I am rooting for her legacy. I want it to get back in your doggone music, put your anger, rage, and all that into that. Into that's your legacy, Jag. I don't want these shenanigans to be your legacy, and that's I'm Team Jag in that way. But to be a friend and to be a real friend, I got to call my friend out on, come on, I can't co-sign everything and all this crap I can't co-sign, but I'm still your friend, but if you're my friend, I want you to tell me when I'm when I'm wrong. I'm wrong. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. But yes, I wanted to just, I tell you, I'm rooting for Nina Simone right here. I'm rooting for Nina Simone. It's like, girl, turn all that inside that you got, turn it into your music and let that be your legacy.
Yeah, so listen, you can stream her music now, JAGUARWRIGHT on all platforms.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, she's got the passwords and stuff back to her network, and so she's going to be putting out her music. But like I said, take a look at the live that we were on last night. I mean, Jag was on there. King, it was his King Pain's live. I was there. And the Nat was streaming his live, and so my daddy King Pain turned on his song "Money on the Flow," and so I put Money on the Flow, and we were, so a little bit after that is when Jaguar is going to play her music. I want you to get into her music. When I tell you, you probably heard her music before, but voice, oh my God, it gives me relaxing and
yeah, I was on that live last night too, and it was just, I was like, if y'all don't get out of here, I'm going to bed, because it was like, I'm looking at you, you looking at me, I'm looking at you.
Yes.
I was like, I'm going to bed. I'm through. I'm through with y'all. But yeah. So okay, well, I'm glad to have met you, Queen Tulsa, and so I'll know who you are when I see you on these streets.
Yes, and listen, I want you to transfer a message to Denai. I want you to transfer the message that this is not a competition; it's a coalition.
Okay.
I know me, my dad, and Jag, and everybody. We're in competition with ourselves. We're trying to be better than we was yesterday. So just let him know that it's a coalition. It's no competition, and we need brothers and sisters out here standing up, speaking up on things. I mean, for heaven's sakes, there was a whole school shooting today.
Right.
I mean, people's lives got lost. I mean, when are we gonna say enough is enough? We gotta stand for something or fall for anything.
Truth. Yes, girl, I've been so inundated. I've been like, get off of my YouTube. I'm sick of my YouTube being held hostage. I'm like, I don't want to read nothing else about Jag unless she has found a cure for cancer. Get off of my internet, because I'm over it.
Well, she's supposed to be working on a concert here soon. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I was going to ask you, do you have Philadelphia? Have you been there to the site?
Actually, I have not, but I'm working on some things behind the scene. I've been busy working. I've got a time slot on the Lituation Network, and actually, Sunday is going to be my last Women's Wednesday over there, and I'm going to incorporate it here on my channel. But
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to show some support to the network. My daddy gave me the opportunity. I have five, episodes over there, and working with the producer Quan behind the scenes. It has been amazing, and really, having my show over there and running it the way that I had all control over everything as far as what I wanted, how I wanted,
Mm-hmm.
and
At the Lituation. At the
yes,
Lituation?
at the Lituation Network.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you'll see all my episodes over there, but I'm a transition. So after this Sunday coming up,
Mm-hmm.
here on my home channel. And like Science says, we need a Wednesday women panel where we can talk about things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wednesdays, y'all can catch us here. Women, men, it does not matter.
Right.
Issues that need to be talked about, let's talk about them. Let's love on each other. Let's pour into
Right.
each other. We can do
Right.
this. We,
Right.
the melanin in our skin, people,
Mm-hmm.
we got the tools. God gave us the tools that we need. If you feeling like you want to take that next move.
Mm-hmm.
Go out, go out on faith. A lot of people, they didn't forgot about faith, but go out on faith. Start that new business. Start that new channel. Start building that relationship with your family, your friends. Tying up those loose ends. Let's
Yeah.
better for let's be better for ourselves, better for those around us, better
Yeah.
for society.
So that channel or Philadelphia is, if you got Roku, as she always says, it's free on Roku.
Okay.
Yeah, if you got Roku, you just go there, search for it like you would anything else, and it comes up. It's free on Roku.
Listen, I'm writing it down right now.
Yeah, it's
I've
free
been
on
so
Roku.
busy. But look, I did want to throw this in here right quick. I'm gonna just cut on my members got to see this, but this is my menu. Oh, it's all blurry, but this is my menu. You guys can see it on my community wall if you guys are a member. These are my meals for the week. So tomorrow is Taco Tuesday. If you guys want to join in and cook with
Mm-hmm.
me, if y'all like cooking and stuff, I wanna bring happiness. I wanna bring activities. You know what I'm saying? You get bored, you're tired of the drama and stuff like that. It's okay. I'm not telling you to like totally ignore it, but come over here and get some refreshing content.
Right, right. Anything new? Anything new? You're right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, are you a believer in the Lord?
Oh, of course, of course. That's the only way.
Okay. Well, God, who is the head of my life,
Mm-hmm.
would you like to close us out in prayer? I think this was a great engagement. And before we go, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for giving me a chance to have this conversation. You coming up, being vulnerable, and having the conversation, and standing 10 toes down on what you believed, and was willing to have an understanding. And you listen to understand. So I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I love being here, and yes, it was great. Amen. Yes, I'm gonna go, but I did want to tell you about the website. So the network, because I didn't want you to be surprised or anything.
Yes, Philadelphia.
Because yes, Jag's got her whatever, all of her stuff back, her passwords, her this and that and everything. But you'll find it's I've been looking at it for about a year now, and that's just so you know. But there's nothing updated on there. There might be a few, like maybe 2 new like videos of just her and Goomba talking, maybe like on the blue couch or something. But like the music videos or a couple of things like that, it still goes back to like her and Jay-Z on the on that old stuff. You know what I mean? And some old gigs and that kind of thing.
Yeah, so pretty
it's a
much
nice thing. Yeah.
credentials,
Right.
showing,
Right.
the backstory of people that,
Right.
may not know about her, know
Right.
her
Right.
affiliations. Okay,
Right.
okay. So
Yeah.
let's,
So
and then that's what I was saying, like she just got it back, so she she's about to be on it. It's like, how we've been in those relationships and we kind of lost ourselves, and it takes
yeah.
a minute to find ourselves and get back up on it. That's where she at.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, a
You just gotta
butterfly,
be
like a
patient.
butterfly.
Yeah, get her wings.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
listen, Miss Nikki, you were
Mhm.
gonna pray. So finish off what you were saying. You gonna pray us out, and then we're gonna take it out. I'm gonna head on over to my daddy's channel.
Okay, good, good. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for letting us have this open and deep conversation. Thank you, Father, for letting us both see each other's point of views. Help us grow in your name, Father, so that we can help uplift all these other women and Black people all together, and just keep us strengthened in your name, Father, and help us to go the right way, Lord. Just help us, Father. Help us. We all need help. We all fall short. We all have shortcomings. And as I ask you for prayer, forgiveness every single day, Father. And I pray for those who cannot pray for themselves. And Lord, please just watch over all of us, please, please, until we meet again. Father, help keep us safe. Please, Father, keep us safe. Amen.
Amen. Thank you for that, my sister. You have a pleasant evening, and
Okay. Okay. Nice to meet you, Queen Tulsa. Bye-bye.
nice to meet you too. Bye bye. All right, guys. Beautiful show. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much to our head mom, Sonia Mabia. Please go over and check her out on her channel. It's actually right there. SONYA MABEYA. And for you all that sent cash apps, donations, if you're the replay gang, thank you so much. And until next time, girls need love too.
Girls need love too. Yeah, girls need love too. Girls need love. Let me tell you something. Girls need love. Girls need love. Girls need love. Yeah. Girls need love. So what's a girl to do? She needs